Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to my series Rome Reborn, where we are recreating the Roman Empire in Crusader Kings 3. Now, this is episode 7 in the series, so for anybody who's just joining us for the first time, I highly recommend that you go back to the first video and maybe get a little caught up with us because through the course of this video and subsequent videos, I will be referencing events that have happened already, so just for context and so you understand what I'm talking about or you know what I'm talking about, go back to the first video and check it out. The series has been very interesting so far, so I think you would enjoy going back and maybe checking out the rest of the videos because there have been stressful events, there have been great events, and it's a really great time. So I encourage anybody who's joining us for the first time to go back and check out the first few videos in the series and get caught up with us. But for those who have been sticking around and have been following along the series for the past few videos, thank you, by the way. And for your sake, let's just get started. So we're gonna have a couple of important decisions to make early in the campaign. So let's get started. Where we ended, I think we had just conquered. Yes, we had just conquered part of the Duchy of Sicily here, and that conquest gave us the ability to create the Kingdom of Sicily, which is very fun. Creating kingdoms for the first time is always very fun. So we're going to do that right now. I do have the prestige to be able to do it. So let's do that right now. Let's start the video off with a celebration by creating the Kingdom of Sicily. It's going to cost me some money, but that's fine. Yes. All right. I am now a king. As Rex, you have new duties and responsibilities. You will be now expected to regularly hold court, solving the disputes of the realm, and letting your courtiers take part in your daily routines. Now, because I am now a king, I do open up this royal court mechanic, which we will open. So this is my new court. Some of my courtiers standing around, but because I have a court, I gain a few benefits. One of them is my domain limit just went up by 1 because I am now a king. And I also have the ability to put up some artifacts, and I got a couple right off the bat. So let's decorate our hall with some of these artifacts. That's a pretty good one. They're both pretty good. So that'll help us with our prestige gain and a little bit of our renown gain. Or no, not our renown gain. Prestige, oh yes, renown, I'm sorry, yes. So our prestige and renown got a little bit of a boost there, which is really good. My court, I do want to double check that my court is warlike. I do have a warlike court, which I do enjoy. I prefer it a little bit more than an intrigue court. But even if I did want an intrigue, I would have to spend 500 prestige to do it. I mean, I have enough, but I do want warlike court. I want my knight effectiveness to be better. I do want my men-at-arms to have a little bit better counter efficiency. And my powerful vassal levy-based contribution is plus 10. I also did get a men-at-arms regiment increase to its max amount, so that is also really good. Just being a king, brings so many benefits that it wouldn't make sense not to do it. So I'm glad that we do finally have a kingdom, and I don't know why my color went back to boring beige. Let's change that. We want red because we are Romans. We are not Bajans. So we're going to quickly change your color here. Back to crimson red. We are also going to rename our kingdom. Our kingdom is not Rome, or Sicily, it is Roma. And our adjective will be Romans. The coat of arms, I'm not really going to change up. I don't care. This is the title's coat of arms. It's not my house coat of arms. So this is fine. The two-headed eagle is fine. I'm not gonna go through the customizing the coat of arms again. We can leave it as it is. So we are now a king. Excellent. Now, having the king title does have some benefits. Now that I am a king, if I were to have some if I were to have some sons inherit some stuff, now my line of succession is pretty clear. I'm only losing 6 of my titles, which we will take care of. But if I did die early or something, let's just say some calamity struck us right now. Because I'm a king, my main heir is going to keep the kingdom title, and if he had some brothers that were going to also inherit land, sure, the realm would get divvied up between the different sons, but because my main heir is now the king, he is their lord, he's their liege. My primary heir gets my primary title, so the Kingdom of Rome, or the Regnum of Roma, is my primary title. Your primary heir always inherits your primary title. So because he gets the primary title, or because my main heir gets the primary title, even if the land gets divvied up between a bunch of people, I mean, still that still kind of sucks. I don't want that to happen. Ideally, we do want to keep as much land as possible, but having this security blanket of having the Kingdom of Rome title would ensure that anybody who inherits, or any of his brothers who inherit land, would still be under his kingdom title. So he would inherit the kingdom title of Roma, and his brothers would get lower titles underneath him. So I wouldn't, upon my death, I wouldn't be fracturing the realm into separate realms. It would all stay in one contiguous realm. It's just that I would lose some of my titles to some of my brothers, which isn't ideal, but it's better than having the realm split up. We do not want that to happen. So creating this kingdom title really helps for future succession issues and for current succession issues. Having the kingdom title makes it easy for us to keep everything within the realm of Roma. We're not going to create separate realms the upon the death of my ruler. So that's really good. And now that we got that done, now that we are the king of Rome, I need to marry my heir. My heir is now 26 years old. I gave him a little bit of time to age because I didn't want him marrying too young and having a lot of kids like I did. So now that he's 26, I feel comfortable with finding my son a spouse. Now, because he is my main heir and he is the main line of succession, I'm going to find him a wife with congenital traits. Now, let's hope that there are some females out there in the world with some good congenital traits. And there are. This Bozena has the genius trait. I could possibly choose, if I wanted, another congenital trait. See, there's other ones. There's Amazonian here. And there's... Oh, nobody... Oh, yes, this Anthe has the beautiful trait, which is the best of the beauty congenital traits. I don't want those yet. I will try to get these into my bloodline, these other traits. But for now, I do want to make sure that my kids have the genius trait. I want this genius trait. If if I don't find a wife with either intelligent or better, they're just gonna any kids that my son has will just have intelligent or lower. So I want to make sure that any wife that I have with my son either has intelligent, so there's a possibility that they'll raise it to genius, or have a wife that is a genius. Now this Bozena is pretty attractive here because she does have the genius trait. There is one issue though, that she is ambitious, and ambitious characters don't like each other. My son is also ambitious. So having them both be ambitious might be an issue down the line, but I'm not worried about that. They're both around the same age. She's 20 years old, he's 26. She does have the genius trait that I want, and she also has a really good stewardship level. So I'm going to pick Bozena here. Give my son finally a wife. We don't need to marry matrilineal, obviously. We need to marry patrilineal. So I'm going to get that done. I'm going to speed time a little bit just to get that marriage locked in. All right, excellent. And I'm going to spend a couple of seconds here editing her because she's going to be the future queen of Rome. So let's make sure she's dressed like a queen. Green is nice. And I will give her... She's not a queen yet. She's not a queen yet, so let's give her a circlet like her husband. Alright, so that's two things that I did take care of that I wanted to take care of right off the bat before we start pressing play. I did want to get these done. My son is now married. They will start having children, which is good. Let me check my court, or let me check my council really quick to make sure. Alright, I am having my steward promote this. If you're joining us for the first time, I did mention that I intend to move my realm capital to Palermo. I'm not going to do it yet. I think I'll wait for the culture of Palermo to get converted to mine before I move it. No, and not for any particular reason, but I do want to get it to Roman first before I move it. And now that I have some vassals, I'm going to have my spy master discover some secrets in my capital. My Rome priest is converting this county as well. It's going to take 4 years. So after that 4 years is done, or after this is done converting, I'm going to have him fabricate a claim here in Cagliari, because I think Sardinia is going to be our next focus of our military conquest. So we have the ability to hold court here, so let's hold court. It's going to cost me 100 prestige, but that's fine. Let's hold our first court. I've got a pretty high chance for this. So there is a 91% chance that I will succeed, so I'm going to give it a shot. Yes. Worked out. Got 300 diplomacy lifestyle. That's great. Do I care about this guy's opinion? Nope. He is a powerful vassal, but that's okay. His opinion's really high. His opinion's max, so even if I do lose some opinion, I won't be that big of a deal. I do want this 70 gold, though. This is for the County of Apulia. Do I care about popular opinion or development growth? Not so much. Alright, so we're going to do this one. It's a 93% chance. There's not really any negatives. If I do fail, the development progress decreases by 50%, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think it will be okay. So we're going to do this one and hopefully get some 70 gold. Yes. Alright, so far so good. Let's see what the third event is. I already have a court jester. I don't need a new one. His opinion isn't max, but it's okay. I don't want to lose my opinion of my vassals. I think I'm going to go for this one. If I lose the opinion of one guy, that's fine. Let's do that. Alright, so we got all that out of the way. And we can continue. Alright, so we're going to roll forward. We do have some vassals, that's fine. And we are at war still. Our ally, Aquitaine, is currently at war with these guys. Let's go help them. I do want Aquitaine to stay as powerful as possible. I don't want it to fragment because I am allied with them. So if they can stay together, all the better. I am going to help him out. So we're going to do that. I'm hoping Lotharingia here starts to fragment a little bit, because I do want this Barry County. That would be really nice. And now that my development is 11 and not 10, I can afford to grab another county somewhere. Which I think it's going to be Cagliari. I do want to go for these Byzantine ones eventually, but Byzantines are, they are not getting any weaker. They are actually getting stronger, if anything. So the Byzantine is going to be something that we're going to have to deal with soon. But in the meantime, let's win this war for our ally and just try to manage our realm as best as possible. I am losing a little bit of money, but I do want my marshal to increase control in these counties. I just recently captured these, and they are my domain. So I want to make sure that these are full county control. I don't care so much about the fact that I was losing money. That'll just get better. I did get a diplomacy perk and a dynasty legacy. So let's take care of our dynasty legacy first. Now, for me personally, I do enjoy going down this bloodline a tree first, because at least the first one is good. A chance of inheriting good congenital traits plus 30, chance of new congenital traits plus 30. So if I want to make sure that my sons and daughters have congenital traits, this is a good one to grab first. There are some other ones that are pretty good. The House of Warriors, the Warfare tree, I do enjoy. I also enjoy the Law one, because at the end of it we get another domain limit. But at least to start for now, we're going to go with Noble Veins. We want to increase our chance of congenital traits. This is going to help our family, or this is going to help our dynasty for a long time. So let's go down this one first. I do enjoy going down the blood tree first. That's just me personally. It's up to you on whatever you want to do. But for this playthrough and for mine, let's go through the blood. Let's go down the blood tree first. And let's also unlock our first diplomacy perk here. I'm going to choose Groom to Rule. This will give my children 1 to 3 extra skill points, which is great. Let's see what my son got, my main heir. My main heir got his stewardship plus 2, which is now 23. Excellent. I do have an event going on in Royal Court. Let's check this out. Alright, this guy's secret is gonna get out. I could get a strong hook on this gentleman, but he is not landed at the moment. He's not one of my vassals, so having a hook wouldn't be necessarily bad, but I don't really need it. Exposing his secret might not particularly help me either, so let's see. Let's check my stress. Alright, I don't have any stress accumulated now, so I might be able to take this stress hit without a problem, but let me double check all these problems. The secret has basically gotten out. The only way to prevent the secret from getting out is this option. Alright, there's no need to act yet. I don't need to act on this secret. We did discover his secret a couple episodes ago, but that's fine. I'll take the little stress hit. See how the war's going. Hopefully once we capture this capital, it'll end the war. Alright, this is my grandson. This is my second son. And he doesn't deserve the name Julius, sorry. His brother is Gaius. He will be Decimus. I do like Decimus. I am, for role-playing purposes, going to be using Roman names almost exclusively. So, that's a grandson. Keep going with secrets. Now that I'm thinking about it, and that now that we have... I wasn't paying attention. In order for me to get that lifestyle, or not the lifestyle, in order for me to grab that dynasty legacy, it did cost me some renown, and I need my renown to disinherit. Because I'm planning to disinherit my second son. Where's the option? Alright, it's going to cost me 75 renown. We'll get there. I do want to disinherit my second son, and then get my last son. Or maybe I'll leave my last son. I won't force him to take the vows yet. Well, I can't, because I don't have enough piety yet, but I do want to have at least one spare, and I'd rather have a youngest spare. He's pretty good. He's got the genius trait, as opposed to the second son, who's only intelligent. But I'm gonna let my last son here, my last one, he's the last in the line of succession. I'm not gonna make him take the vows yet. I do want to have another son just in case something happens to my heir. So I do want to have a spare just in case. So we won't disinherit my last son quite yet. We did win this siege over here. I got our war score up pretty high. I think we're just going to continue to take this guy's land. We're not going to go battle him unless he comes to us. A call to war. Silesia will be the enemy, and Palabia will be the enemy. Our ally has 2,200 soldiers. They've got 3,100. They've got 3,200. Alright, this alliance I kind of got for convenience. I don't really care if it drops. I will accept. I do have the prestige, so I can spare the prestige. Oh no, he spends the prestige. Alright, I will join it so I don't take a negative penalty, because if I decline, I'll lose my fame, which I don't want. I don't want to lose 350 fame, so I'm going to accept this. I'm just not going to send any soldiers. East Francia, you're kind of on your own. I've got other things to deal with right now. I've got other allies that I'm propping up here. Alright, we're going to have to wait a while for these to get done. But let's just try to win this war. I'm going to go help my ally here. He's in a battle. Hopefully we get there before it ends. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright, I did discover a secret on one of my knights, which is okay. Not ideal. I'd rather have it on one of my vassals, but knight's okay. Alright, we did get here in time. We should win this battle. And maybe this will bring us over the threshold and we can win this battle. Or win this war. Alright, that ended the war. Excellent. Can I disband? Alright. I can't disband my army here, so I do have to send them back. Like I said, I'm not sending troops to his aid. I'm not going to waste the time. I think we'll see how it goes. I'm not against East Francia fragmenting a little bit more. I'm not against it. But I had to accept... I had to join the war in order to not lose some stuff. My wife did gain a novice physician trait, which is really good. Do I have any better spy masters? I do. She is not a powerful vassal, so I can replace her without any issues. That is my son's wife, but she does have the best. Let's get her. And I'm going to sway her. I am on domestic affairs, so he's going to be increasing my overall opinion with everybody. And for the most part, all of, at least my vassals are okay. Let's check my courtiers' opinions. They're all okay too, which is good. I did capture somebody. Let's check them out. I can't execute him for free, so let's just let him go. I don't have any dread to worry about losing, so this losing 10 dread isn't a big problem. Is he going to be the heir to anything? No, he's a bastard. So, okay, we're good. We don't need to get anything. We can just let him go. I wish he had been worth something, but unfortunately he wasn't. So now that we're in our own lands, I'm going to disband my army and get my money back up. And let's invite some knights. I have a lot of prestige, so let's invite some knights and see if we can get some many good knights in here. Because I am running a little low on knights. I am at 9 out of 9, but a lot of them are really old. Some of them are in their mid-40s and early 50s. So I want to get some fresh... I want to get some fresh knights in here. So we're going to invite some knights. Wow, she's been in the position for 4 seconds and she's already discovering secrets. Alright, that's okay. And I'm noticing that this female courtier is not married. Maybe I should go through my courtiers and make sure everybody's married. These guys are guests. They are not in my court. He's married. He's married. He's married. This guy's 62. I don't need to worry about marrying him off. It's a little late for that. Alright, she's the only unmarried one, but she is a female, so this will give me an opportunity to bring a good knight in. And she does have the hail trait, so maybe if I find her a gentleman with a really good congenital trait, we can get some knights that are going to be strong. All these guys are too old. All these men are ancient. Which isn't a big deal. I mean, she's young, and all that matters is that she's young, so she will still have kids. It doesn't matter how old her husband is. But I did ideally want to bring somebody in with a congenital trait because she has this one right here. And I figured since, excuse me, I figured since she's going to be having kids, I might want to set them up for success here because they could be some good knights. So maybe I'll give this. I'm not impressed with his skills. He's got a high learning. I'm not impressed with his personality traits. But this guy is purely going to be a kid creation machine. And I just want to get her married. He's not going to be a knight, unfortunately. He doesn't have good prowess. So I'm not bringing him in to be a knight. I'm purely bringing him in for his congenital trait that she also shares. And maybe their kids could be some good knights in the future for my son. So let's do this. I do have to do matrilineal marriage to bring him in. And they will reinforce this trait. So their kids, there will be a possibility for their kids to have either hail or the next best one, which is robust. Yes, robust. So let's get that done. And we don't have to spend time marrying people because she was the only one. So I'm starting to get some knights into here. He's got a good prowess, but that's about it. I don't know. No thanks. I don't think I like this guy. I could convert him, But I want some Roman knights. I want that. Ideally, I would like some knights that are of my culture. All right, some of my vassals are coming to pay homage to me, which is really nice. This is going to help me with my renown gain and all of these other things. So this is great. This is one of the other good things about being a king is that your vassals every once in a while will come in and start paying tribute to you, which helps you in a lot of ways. So this renown gain is really going to help me, which actually is going to give me the ability to disinherit this guy. Oh, nope, I need 150. So once my renown gets to up to 150, I can disinherit him. He'll lose some opinion of me, but I kind of don't care. He's terrified of me, so he won't do anything. All my counselors are doing good. I don't need a friend. I'll just reduce some of my stress here. Another grandchild? Another knight? He's old. See, the whole point of bringing in knights in was not necessarily to get good knights. I have decent knights. Like, I have decent knights already. I don't need a knight with prowess. I need a young knight who's Roman, ideally. All right, I'm not gonna bring him in. I'm gonna see all the children that could be educated. All right, they're all my second son's heirs. They're not my main son's heirs, so I'm not really concerned about that. All right, I'm happy that I chose her. She is discovering secrets at a decent pace, which is great. Who is this? Emperor of the Byzantines. I don't need the stress loss, and I don't need the opinion gain. Let's just get the prestige. Excuse me. So we'll get the prestige gain for that. Um, this war it's been going up and down. All right, my sons are starting to become of age, which is great. Now that I have some money, guys, now that I have some money, I can start building some things now. Now, I like to build the buildings obviously in domains that I know I'm going to be keeping for a long period of time, and since Benevento is not going to be the capital for much longer, once Palermo gets converted and the culture is different, I will move my capital to Palermo, so I don't need to focus on Palermo or Benevento and Foggia anymore. But I would like to keep Salerno, the Duchy of Salerno, and I do want to improve these. So let's see what's going on here. This already has the mansions building that I would want. So let's see how Salerno's going. Because I think the next duchy that I'm going to be giving the titles away to is this one, the Duchy of Benevento. It's not called Benevento anymore. I renamed it, but this duchy is what I'm going to be giving away next. And why, you may ask? Well, it doesn't have any valuable lands in it, like farmlands, and it's only 2 titles. So I think in the future I'm going to be giving this duchy away right here. This duchy. So let's let time roll forward. Somebody's trying to murder my son? Ooh, let's hope that goes through, so I won't have to waste the disinheritance on it. And while I have the money, let's improve my my men-at-arms. I can raise another men-at-arms unit. So cavalry counters archers. And armored footmen counter spearmen. So who's going to be my enemy? I am going to be attacking Sardinia soon, but it really doesn't matter. They don't have anybody. So I think I'm going to... Let's get cataphracts. I can afford them, and they're strong. And I'm going to boost them all the way up to max. That did take a little chunk out of my money, but that's fine. We'll get back. Money is not an issue for me right now. I do have some peasants upset with me, but that's fine. That is not an issue. Alright, I think it's going to be a matter of just waiting a little bit, guys. I think we just kind of have to wait for things to happen. I really, really need these to get converted. Is this a Roman knight? Yes, it is. Excellent. Alright, so this knight is Roman, so that's pretty attractive. I could possibly land him in the future if I wanted to. And he's got really good prowess and decent martial. His skills are alright. This chaste is a little bit concerning because I do want to marry him off and I do want him to have kids, but whatever, it's fine. I am going to bring him in. It's not going to cost me too much, 95. And that will increase his opinion of me up to 100, which is great. And I'm going to marry him off. Don't need inheritables. Let's prioritize learning like I like to do. Let's slow it down. Wow, there's a lot of high learning females here. Now, because I want him to have kids, I would prefer somebody who's a little on the younger side. See, this genius trait would be nice, but I don't... Oh, and looks like we won this war here, 100%, which is great. But I don't know. I mean, if he does have some kids that are geniuses, or they do have some congenital trait kids, that might be nice. He is Roman, so any kids that he has will be Roman, so he will be basically creating more people of the Roman culture, so maybe she might be okay. She's got decent skills, and she's got really high learning. She doesn't have any particular negative personality traits, but she's 40 years old. She's not gonna have kids. All right, because she's younger, I know some people might not agree. It's like, oh, get the genius trait into one of your knights so you can have good, intelligent knights. But she's 40. She's 40. She's probably not gonna, and he's chaste, so that's gonna make it even harder for them to have kids. She's 36, so at least there's a better chance for them to have kids. I'm doing this one. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one. I do want to get some married in. She did have high learning, and it looks like that my son's wife is pregnant. Have girls. All right, so we won that war. We didn't get anything out of it because our war contribution was 0, but at least it's over. And we didn't make our ally mad by not refusing to join the war. Aquitaine is still in one piece, which is good. I think I can call my next pilgrimage in 901. I do need this to be up 350 so I can convince this guy to take the vows. And this needs to be 150. Okay, so just a little bit of time and we can do those. Just a little bit. Don't have to wait too long. All right, that's okay. This is Messina right here. So this is going to convert from Greek culture to Sicilian culture, which is good. We want that. As long as it's not Greek. The spread of Sicilian is okay. I just want to get these I want to get these Arab cultures out and these Greek cultures out. I know I said I was going to build stuff, but I got a little distracted there. I spent my money on my army first. I did want to get these cataphracts up. All right, so she did have a girl to start, which is going to be good. And she is a genius. All right, Julius, good. Congratulations, son. We will wait to find out what her education is going to be. I lost my court jester. Oh no. And I can, since I'm now a king and I have a royal court, I can start filling out some of these royal courtier jobs. But for now, let's at least get a jester. Just having a jester is okay. She's the best one. Being a jester, I think it depends on your diplomacy skill. Yes. Diplomacy skill is what matters for jester. And she's a poet, which helps. So, okay. You're going to be a good jester. I do also want to get the High Almoner up. Increases my court grandeur and my piety increase, which is what I need. I do want more piety, so let's get our High Almoner position filled up. I typically give it to my Archbishop. Excellent. These other ones I can deal with once we start getting a little bit wealthier. But I got the important positions done first. My knight is trying to kill my brother. Maybe he knows that I want him dead, and he's taking the initiative. All right, that's fine. I'm gonna let him go. I don't mind if my son dies. Just save me from having to disinherit him. All right, once my priest is done converting, we will start fabricating a claim in Cagliari because that's where we're going next. Sardinia is going to be the next order of business. I really want Lotharingia to start fragmenting here. It would be really nice if Lotharingia started fragmenting. I want to grab Bari here at some point. They are in a war. Oh, a dissolution war. Alright, let's hope that goes through. A little bit uneventful. At least we became a king. So far, we became a king. We got a son for our we've got a wife for our heir. I've got another diplomacy perk. And I am going to switch my lifestyle focus. I'm just going to get benevolent intent really quick here. I don't need heart of the family. I'm actually gonna use. I'm gonna choose befriend, and I'm gonna befriend my steward here. It's gonna take 16 months, but I was informed that befriending your steward will increase the rate at which the culture of your the promote culture task gets finished. So let's test that out. Let's test out that advice. Let's see how it goes because that is the slower of these two events, and I want this to get done so I can move my capital to Palermo. So let's do that. Oh, I have to switch my lifestyle before I forget. Oof. Distractions, distractions. All right, for this, I care about my learning and development growth. I don't care so much about my piety or my health. That's fine. I do want scholarship focus, so we're going to focus on scholarship. And the first perk we're going to get is scientific. It'll increase our cultural fascination progress by 35%, so let's get that done. Things are going to start snowballing here. Keep going. And this befriend scheme is going to be 100% chance, so that's great. Considering my life's deeds, it is only natural that others should respect me. I am convinced Baro Sigisbrand has also accomplished a thing or two which fills him with pride. Perhaps I should commission a small poem comparing our deeds to illustrate that we are both cut from the same cloth. My scheme power is 100% chance, so I don't need to improve the scheme success chance at all. Our prestige gain plus 15%? That might be nice. Don't need scheme power. I don't need instant prestige. Let's get I think this prestige game per month for 2 years might be more beneficial than just getting the 75. So let's do this one. Ooh, an artifact. I can sponsor an artifact. Let's see what it is. She's considered a master by her peers. Great. All right, we're going to sponsor this. We do have the money. What does she want to create? She wants to make a throne. She'll gain 40 opinion. It's going to cost me 113 gold. Let's do it. I can use some artifacts. I can use some new artifacts. That's going to help me in the long run. So we will sponsor that. We have the money. I do need things to spend money on, so that was actually perfect. Let's hope we get a really good throne. It is going to take a year or two, though. It's going to take 12 months. Alright, this is almost converted. Just another 5 months to go. Another son comes of age. That's great. All right, I can add a motto to my throne. Do I want the renown or do I want the piety? I need both, but I really want the renown first. Let's get the renown first so I can disinherit my son. All right, he's gonna hate me for this, but that's out of the way. So now let's check our line of succession. All right, so I'm only gonna be losing one duchy title, which is fine. If my younger brother becomes the Duke of Calabria, that's fine. He won't own any land here. He will just be the liege of these three guys, so that's fine if that happens. I might not need to disinherit him, but I would like to. All right, we'll have okay. I think we'll have him take the vows, or we'll attempt to have him take the vows. Why did it just go down? Oh, is it because of Wrathful? No, it's because he's second in line now. I jumped the gun in disinheriting this guy because now the penalty is with him, his second in line, because he's second in line now. So the penalty did go down to him. But I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not really super concerned that I'm going to be losing a title. If he does inherit, because, see, the thing is, I want, God forbid something happens to my son. Like, let's hope my son here, my primary heir, has a son here. Because if he has a son, my grandson will become my next in line as opposed to his brother. But if his brother does get the title, because in the line of succession, he's going to get the title of Calabria, which is fine. I don't care. That's fine. I'd rather have a spare son. Maybe I won't have him take the vows. I think I'm going to have him not take the vows. I don't care. I mean, I was eventually going to give away this duchy title anyway, so if he gets it, that's fine. I really don't care. So maybe we can just not... I won't be concerned about having him take the vows. It's fine. No, I'm not going to make you... See, whenever... This is a pretty common occurrence. If one of the people making one of your artisans who's doing something for you, like creating an artifact for you, if it's female, like odds are you get this event where you guys want to have sex with each other. You know what? No, thanks. I don't need this right now. I don't want it. I don't want it. She's my queen. Alright, I'm getting more people paying me tribute, which is great. Alright, things are happening, guys. We're getting pretty strong now. I mean, money is no longer an issue. Alright, my realm priest is now done converting the county, so we are going to try to convert... Or we're trying to fabricate a claim here in Cagliari. We have another court event. All right, he's currently tutoring my son, my disinherited son's heirs. Oh no, he's teaching her. All right, that's fine. That's fine. If he loses a little bit of learning, that's fine. Do I want to replace him? What's his learning? Alright, he's a 14 learning tutor. Maybe I will get rid of him. This negative opinion is going to get canceled out by this 30 positive opinion. And I don't care how he feels about me. That's fine. We'll find a new tutor. I think I brought in some people with higher intelligence. So let's use this as an opportunity to bring in a better tutor. She's got 26. My son will be a little bit better of a tutor, and maybe it might be nice to get some of a bit of opinion back of him because I disinherited him. So let's do this. Let's do our son. Let's make it up to him. My befriend scheme is halfway done. And guys, we are coming up on an hour, so I think I'm going to end it soon. Unfortunately, there's no conquest, but that's okay. We became a kingdom. We got our line of succession all sorted. I don't have to worry about my sons anymore. I'm not going to ask this guy to take the vows. It's fine. It really is fine. It's fine. So our line of succession is secure. My son, my primary heir, is going to get all these titles. He's going to lose the Duchy of Calabria title, but that's okay. I already created the Kingdom of Roma, so I don't need 2 duchy titles anymore. I needed 2 duchy titles to create the kingdom, but now that the kingdom is created, I no longer need that duchy title. So that duchy title, he can have it. So that is nice that we have our line of succession all settled. He's 30, she's 24. She's got plenty of time to have kids, and I'm sure they will. And once I can take control of my son's character, I can try to maybe... I don't know how they feel about each other. I don't think they like each other too much because they're both ambitious. So once I take control of him, I'll manage the marriage as best as I can. We got an okay throne. It's better than the throne we have, so let's change it. Let's see how it looks, though. Cool. I'm gonna get more renown and more prestige. Oh, I'm gonna get a decent amount of renown because of that. Nice. So that was worth it. Now, because I asked this this woman to come in and make that, she is now my courtier. Let's marry her. Let's try to bring in a good knight. Like this guy. He's got good traits, he's trusting, and he's honest. He's a little impatient, but that's okay. I can convert him, but he's got really good martial, and he's got really good prowess. And he's relatively young. He's only 38. So let's bring him in and get him as a knight. Matrilineal marriage. And I will force him to be a knight. He's my best knight. He's not Roman, which is fine. I am going to try to get him to convert. He will accept. And now that I'm thinking about it, let's make sure everybody's Catholic here. All right. All right, he's the only one I need to convert. Let's check our vassals and make sure they're all Catholic. I do like to just double check every once in a while. Okay, everybody's good. Alright guys, unfortunately we didn't get any conquest done this episode, but that's okay. We got some things done. We got our line of succession all done. We created the kingdom. And we got our son a wife. Which is good. So those were important. Those were important things to do. We did not get any conquest, but that'll probably be next episode. We'll get Cagliari here and we'll start taking Sardinia. But let's do our housekeeping. Control in Messina will be done in 20 months. $42.17. Alright. Messina's up to 75. It'll go up by itself now. I'm going to switch him to Palermo because I do want Palermo to have higher accounting control. And I do want to get rid of this tax collection penalty. It's not good. But he's good, he's good, he's good, he's good, and she's good. Alright, guys. Alright, guys. Not too much happened, no conquests, but that's okay. You know, not every episode is going to have conquest. Sometimes you need to take care of other things and make sure other things get done. So we did win the war for our ally here. We did get pulled into a war with the East Frankians that they won themselves, which was good. We didn't have to contribute anything, but we are looking good. I'm going to quickly grab this. Like I said, I don't need the piety anymore to disinherit my sons, or to ask my son to take the vow. So we're going to get the gold from the Pope. I could use that. I'm going to roll it forward just a little bit to get that. And I did make a friend. Excellent. Now let's see. It was going to take 4 years. Now it's taking 3. Did that really help at all? Yes. Steward Barrow Sigisbrand is your friend, so it's going to help by 0.19. That's okay. That's good. So that's good. So hopefully by the end of the next episode, this will be Roman. It'll be full control. It is Catholic already, which is great. So far so good. All right, everybody. I think I'm going to call this episode here. Thanks for joining me. We do have some things to look forward to in the next one, but let me just make sure. No factions. All right, guys. Yes. I am gonna call it here. I will make sure to put the link of the first video in the series in the description, and I will post a little, pop-up right here once the video ends. But so far so good, guys. I'm really feeling good. It's we hit a bit of a slow spot conquest-wise, but that's okay. I'm not really concerned about conquest expanding too fast, but we did get one more domain limit, so we'll be able to get this for free, which is great. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Until the next episode, I hope to see you there. And until then, have a good one. Bye, guys.